Hey, how's it going? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about how Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns could potentially shock the NBA. Now, the Phoenix Suns' last game is coming up right now, or really tomorrow or today when this video comes out. So yeah, I mean, the Phoenix Suns are about to play their last game. If they win this game, they will go undefeated in the bubble. And I think they need something like the Spurs and Portland to lose, or they need just Portland to lose and Memphis. I don't know what they really need to make the playoffs, but the fact that they're even still in contention for it is all pretty insane in itself. So I'll be getting into multiple reasons in this video to why I think the Phoenix Suns and Booker could potentially really just push themselves to the playoffs for the first time in years. Probably the first time since I've watched the NBA in a very long time that the Phoenix Suns have been in the playoffs. So I mean, that's going to be very, very fun to watch, and hopefully they can win tomorrow. So I'm getting into a whole bunch of reasons why I do think they could possibly win and make it into the playoffs. But before we do get in this video, if you do like the video, aim point, hit the like button and subscribe button, because if you don't know already, subscribing to this channel will save an orphan. If you don't subscribe, I mean, it's cool. You don't like orphans. It's whatever. You're a bad person. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. But yeah, now that all that's out the way, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason for this video is going to be Bubble Booker, and if you don't know what I mean by that, it's going to be that the fact that Devin Booker is probably playing some of the best basketball of his entire career, not only due to the statistical success he is currently having while being in the bubble, but he's also just having one of the biggest impacts on the game that he has ever had in his young career. The Suns are currently 7-0 in the NBA bubble, a large part due to the fact that Booker is playing completely out of his mind. I mean, he is having a breakout superstar moment as he is currently averaging 31 points per game, 6.4 assists per game, 3.6 rebounds per game on 50% shooting from the field. And that, to even make it more impressive, they're not beating bad teams, as most teams in the bubbles aren't bad, but they're not beating like the Wizards and the Nets of the world. No, they're beating good teams. They've beaten the Clippers, the Miami Heat, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Indiana Pacers, who have Bubble Jesus on their team and TJ Warren. I mean, he's playing like Michael Jordan, and they even managed to beat him. So the Phoenix Suns are on an absolute roll right now, and I mean, they're playing some of the elite playoff teams and beating them. That is not something you can say about the Phoenix Suns before the bubble. So if they are able to go 8-0 and beat the 76ers tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching this, well, I mean, they have a legit chance. Now, they need Portland to lose, which I don't know how likely that is, and I'm sure they need Memphis to lose as well. I really don't know exactly what they need, but I know it is still a possibility, and very much a possibility for them to make it in the NBA playoffs. And it's just so impressive because, I mean, no one believed in them, which that kind of is my second point, that nobody believed in them. The Suns were the last seed in the West to make the bubble at all. No one, literally no one expected him to even be close to the playoffs. I mean, people are always just talking about the Pelicans, the Blazers, the King, and the Spurs. Those were the only four teams out west that anyone was talking about. Everyone was saying the Suns, they don't stand a chance. Well, I mean, the Suns are showing everyone, hey, don't disrespect us, we are for real. I even said they had no chance. I'm pretty sure in one of my videos, I literally made the remark, the 5 teams, I said the 5 teams, and then when I said the Suns, I was like, don't worry about them, they're just not going to make it. And now look at them, they're proving everyone wrong. Of course, since I said they weren't going to make it, now they're going 8-0, best basketball they played in years. That's just my luck. But I mean, besides that, they're just crazy. They're just like one of the biggest underdog stories we've seen in a long time. If they do make the playoffs, it is going to be extremely, extremely impressive. And lastly, I'm just going to go into the roster itself. Obviously, the roster is led by leaders, young leaders at that, Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is an extremely underrated player in the NBA, one of the better centers. He's a double-double machine. And then you have Devin Booker, who's becoming one of the best scorers in the NBA. He's always been the best scorer, but he's finally getting the recognition that he deserves. Made his first All-Star game this year, and is really just starting to get the recognition around the league of being one of the best offensive players in the NBA. And now the reason this roster works so good is because now they have Ricky Rubio and they have Mikal Bridges. Now y'all might be like, why are those two guys important? Because if you're not a diehard NBA fan, you most likely hear those names in like Okay, well, Ricky Rubio is such a help because the last year's Suns did not even have a point guard on the roster, which made Devin Booker's shooting percentage so much harder to get up, as he had to take way more shots, way harder shots, because he didn't have a point guard to get him the ball. So, I mean, Ricky Rubio being that veteran presence to get him the ball, just handle the ball and handle the offense, is extremely, extremely important for this Phoenix Suns team, and he has been probably one of the MVPs of this roster that nobody is going to be talking about. And then Mikal Bridges helps Devin Booker, as Devin Booker is not the best defensive player, and I mean, that's just a fact. He's just a beast on offense, and I mean, he's not a awful defender, but he's also not a good defender, if you know what I mean. He's average at best. Well, Mikal Bridges is becoming one of the best young 3-and-D players, perimeter defensive guys in the NBA. Mikal Bridges is a great perimeter defender, and he helps the Phoenix Suns immensely, as he really take the pressure off of Devin Booker, who would priorly have to defend the best team's player because Devin Booker's their best player. Well, now, even though Mikal Bridges is nowhere near their best player, he's probably maybe the best perimeter defender on this roster, which helps a ton, and he has been a huge piece to this Phoenix Suns team as well. So yeah, that unfortunately, that's gonna be it for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think the Suns can make the playoffs? Do you think they will make the playoffs? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you did like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. Like I said, if you don't subscribe, you don't save an orphan and you're a bad person, and I'm not judging. I'm just saying you're probably not the best person if you don't want to save an orphan. Obviously, I'm joking. If you're taking that seriously, chill out. But yeah, like I said, like the video and point, hit the like button and subscribe button. Hope you have a blessed day. Can have a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.